Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. We're going to get the show on the road. This is our, 2019 Spring Band Concert, Joy and Celebration. We have a lot of joy and celebrating to do tonight, so I don't want to hold anything up. The first group performing is going to be our chamber ensemble. This is upper school members, but I will also go ahead and point out, you'll see a couple middle school faces. There's a reason that these particular middle schoolers are in the group, and we'll let them play first, and then we'll chat about that. So this is Fanfare and Flourish. It's by James Curnow, so please enjoy. I promised my fearless leader, Mr. Hayes, that I would not do multiple talking like a lot, so I'm going to try to keep him brief. So, celebration, fanfares, all in unison, all in the same. The second song that the chamber ensemble is going to do is Faraha, maybe, I don't know. It is an African piece, and it actually translates to joy, right? So it's just a joy piece, a lot of good stuff. We have several things. Sir Oliver's doing a little bit of everything over there, so you're going to see a whole lot of fun little percussion stuff adding in. If you're a middle schooler, raise your hand really quick in this group. Yes. These are all the students that have qualified or are participating in either the all-district ensembles or the all-state ensembles. So these are students that took time out of their extra busy schedules to audition for groups, and they've been participating in clinics in the district level, and a few of them on stage will continue on to the all-state level as well. One's going to all-state jazz tomorrow. And so it's just a fantastic opportunity for CA students to have representation at the big band events. And so these students deserve the honor to learn some new music. They learned it in a short amount of time, too. So congratulations to them. All right, so without any further ado, Faraha. So, everybody stand up. All right, so we're going to do a short little transition. We have several different things going on. So trimester 2 and trimester 3 for the band world, to get to know the students, it's really important for me to make sure that I know what they like, what they enjoy, all the different things in their life that are happy, right? So I wanted to find out what is their joys and what are their celebrations. And we've talked about it throughout. I've asked all the different classes at different points in times. It's pretty interesting stuff that they like, right? So it's always good stuff. So we're actually going to do a little video here in just a second, but prior to that, I'm going to ask Sir David to come up. And David represents the chamber ensemble as the president. So come on up.
Hi, first of all, thank you guys all for coming out here. These guys put in a lot of work, and it's really great that you guys are here to see it. We're also here to recognize tonight one of our seniors, Zach, the bass of the chamber ensemble, and someone I've played with for many years. In my experience, these senior send-offs usually involve a lot of crying, emotional connections being made, stories about small sixth graders walking through the door to play band for the first time, but I'm a year younger than Zach, so I think I can really do all that. What I can do, though, is tell you guys what I do know about Zach. I've played with him, this is my 3rd year. And ever since I came in, I was a freshman, he was a sophomore. He's always been a backbone of our band. His musical talent and work ethic combines to make him a really strong player, whether he's balancing ungodly deep parts of instruments I've never heard of or playing the Pokemon theme song, grooving out while we're rehearsing. But beyond his musicianship, Zach is an important part of our band's community. He acts as one of the main voices of our class, who is notoriously quiet at 8 a.m. on Tuesday mornings when even Mr. Turner wants to be sleeping. Zach cracks witty one-liners and brings the energy up to the group. He's committed to band in a way that is rivaled only by his commitment to his Star Trek fandom. Shows up consistently day in, day out, puts in the work to make the music as good as it possibly can be, and we'd all like to thank you for your commitment, Zach.
Stand up, sir. All right, we're going to do an awkward transition really quick. These guys are going to move everything off to the side, and we're going to keep going with the show.
So some things that bring me joy in life are hanging with my family or fishing with my brother. I feel really deep connection to them, and I just love them a lot, even though sometimes they debate life.
So something that bring me joy in life are spending time with my family, going on trips, playing video games with my parents, and
Yeah,
musically.
Things I enjoy are spending time with family and friends, as well as sports.
Things that bring me joy in life are hanging out with my friends and family.
Joy in life are food, sleep, annoying road apps.
Things that I enjoy food, family, sports, camping.
What brings me joy is doing what I love with people that I love, and of course my baby brothers. And right now I'm celebrating my last year at CA and the amazing opportunities I have at teachers.
That brings me joy on my family, and I celebrate.
For me, joy is every day from the cookies on my cousins, Rocky and Papa.
So some things that I like to do are play my two sports, soccer and tennis, play my two instruments, piano and trombone, and walk around obnoxiously while just making the audience completely dizzy. That's definitely my favorite.
Friends and family bring joy in my life, and
Listen to music or hanging out with my friends and family.
Things that I enjoy in life are hobbies, such as games, sports, and
my friends bring me video games, bring inspiration, creative, and individual creation.
things that bring me joy, the joke, and things that bring me joy in life are friends and family, good music, and cats.
What brings joy in my life is my family and friends, because my family is always there for me, and I love being out with my friends, like sports, like basketball, and all of them.
Me joy in life are my family and special events that we celebrate together.
Things that bring me joy are family, and
just playing sports, lacrosse, basketball, hanging out with my friends and family. We should celebrate every day that we can.
I enjoy hiking, being outdoors, climbing trees, and renewable energy.
Things I celebrate. So the main things that bring more joy are music, and particularly jazz. I love playing, listening to, and just everything about jazz. And then I also really like spending time with friends and family. And the things I celebrate are my friends and family. And I just love them. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!
So, obviously, friends and family. So, thank you, all of you, for being our friends and family and being here and share this music with us. So, the next part of our concert, we're going to move into our concert band group from the middle school, and this is kind of a celebration part. So last month, middle of March, our group went, we celebrated, you got emails from me. They did a fantastic job at MPA and a great little way to celebrate this year. First time since 2007 the Ensemble was able to go. I know they haven't traveled the last couple years, and they got a Superior, which is the highest rating at MPA, which is fantastic. So we're going to do a couple of those selections tonight. So everybody here on the left are the ones that went with us and made the commitment to learn the music to the best of their ability, and the next piece is activity. So that at MPA we did the 3 pieces. What you just heard was the march is considered the warm-up part, and then we did 2 other selections. We're not going to do both because of timing for the concert, but we are going to do one a little bit later on. But that was in the middle of March, and we're here at the beginning of April. So what in the world have we been doing for 2 weeks, right? So the judges gave us some really good feedback. So we were able to kind of work and hone in and make our music a little bit better. There's several changes in even that song that we were able to kind of figure out what was going on a little bit better and be a stronger performance. So I definitely feel like that was pretty good. The next up, though, is how we've kind of handled the last couple weeks. So each class, so you know that our group up here on stage is split between 2, each class picked a different song for them to work on. So there's going to be students that are sitting on stage not playing, but they're not supposed to. Right, so they're in the other class as the other one plays. So this is, which one is this? This is our E block, an Irish legend, Mr. Ed Kieffer. Ed Kieffer was actually one of the clinicians at the district ensemble. He's a North Carolina guy, former band teacher, really, really down to earth and writes some really fantastic music. So we're gonna do a selection from an Irish legend. We can't let the middle schoolers have all the fun, right? So they did an excellent job. We're going to come back to them a little bit later. So we're going to move into one of the areas of joy that we had. We had several students that talked a little bit about different points of times dancing. Dance is a physical way of showing joy. We all kind of dance sometimes. I find plenty of times that I have all sorts of Fortnite dancing going on in my room at all points in times. I will not say it's always my favorite, but it does happen. So the next 3 selections have to do with dance. And we're going to kind of go through a little history, if we will. So our first one, done by the jazz band, is kind of a little bit of an old school, but a very, very classic. Love it. I hope you enjoy Jump, Jive, and Well. All right, our next selection switches back over. This is going to be the other class of middle school students. Their selection was a Celtic song and Celtic Aryan dance, one that is familiar. So if you're a upper school parent, you may have heard it in the past. So some of these pieces tonight are some that we're bringing back because they're so great. But this is Celtic Aryan dance by Mr. Michael Sweeney, and fantastic writer, does a lot of good stuff for us. So we're going to shift that way. Miss Laney's, you are a what? Go to the microphone and say it.
Preliminary champion Irish dancer. I dance for Lynn O'Grady Quinlan Academy of Irish Dance.
Yeah. Absolutely. So Miss Laney loves to dance. She actually missed our fall concert, unfortunately, because of a competition with Irish dance. So this was kind of like get back, you know. You got to do your thing up here on stage. But she did fantastic. Thank you. We're going back to our upper school world, going back to jazz. The next selection is also can be considered dance. It sings about dance, right? So we're within that vibe, but it's going to be a little bit more contemporary. This is a debatable song for us. So we introduced something new at CA in the jazz world, and we did playing during the Valentine time and just wanted to spread positivity, and we played around campus during lunch, and we went and serenaded people in small combos, made them feel very awkward. It was lovely, and all the things that were great. But in that whole vein, there's so much negativity going on, right? So there's so much around, and CA does a fantastic job of making sure that we focus on the positive. And so part of that was we wanted to pick a song to just have fun with, wasn't too serious, but that we could really enjoy 100%. And this is Despedido. Just a little plug, so we got to do our little publicity. On the back of the program, you got a couple of dates. There's stuff going on, but I know it's a busy time of year for everywhere. But if you can join us in a couple Thursdays, it's the 18th, I believe it is, and you're available during the lunchtime. Even if you're local and you can swing in during lunch, it's great. We're going to be downstairs in the Discovery Studio. I believe the group did this last year a little bit with Peter Lamb and the Wolves. He's going to come back. He's going to work with us a little bit, and it's just going to be a nice little fun jam session with all these jazz band students. They've been working in smaller groups and combo stuff, not just the big band things, and they're going to share some of that music in a couple weeks. So join us if you can, for sure. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to move on to our final piece, and this is another one that the middle school group took to MPA, and I think we're going to have a couple people play along with us, so there's a couple upper schoolers that are going to join in with those final things. As we're doing that, however, I'm going to ask my rhythm section members to come forward. Minus one member. I tell you what, here I go. Come on up.
How's it going, everybody? So about 3 hours ago, Mr. Turner was like, anybody want to speak for Kiara? And
who's better to do it than us? Now, we didn't really get to prepare, but that in no way makes us less capable of demonstrating our sincere gratitude towards Chairs Kiara Romano.
so she's really done a lot this year. Like, she's our jazz band president, she's the leader of the rhythm section, which kind of makes everything work behind the scenes. Subtle plug to the rhythm section. But she's like learning new parts. Last year we had a big leader, she's taken over from that, learning effectively a new instrument, which is extraordinarily impressive. She's organized more or less all of our events. Does anyone want to go into that?
Remember that, I think Mr. Turner touched on the serenade? That was quite a hit in the high school. So, and that in no way would have been possible without the communicative and organizational skills from Kiara Romano. So, big round of applause.
There are definitely some perks to being the only girl in our jazz band, right? So she gets all the benefits, so it's definitely a good thing. Both Zach and Kiara have been fantastic. It is extremely hard to transition to someone new, right? And these guys have embraced me 100%, along with everybody else on the stage, and it's been really important to me to have that. So I've appreciated both of them as seniors. Hopefully they've had a good senior year so far, and we're still got a little bit further to go. So big thank you to both Zach and for Kiara for that. So we're going to finish out the concert tonight, though. I think all of our upper schoolers that are going to join us are in there. We're going to finish out with Pinnacle. Pinnacle is just that. It's a climb. So this whole school year has been a climb musically for us. So we wanted to get grounded really strong with where we're playing, and we want every single time that we play to be a little bit better and a little bit stronger for the next time. So we're going to finish up with Pinnacle. This was a fun piece for us. Please join us for refreshments afterwards. Please hug some necks. Share the joy and celebration that we have with you. And this is it. All right, so thank you. thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed the concert. We hope you bring some joy and celebration to your own lives. I know these kids have done that for me for sure. So thank you so much, and we'll join you out there in just a couple minutes. Thanks.